Hey guys, welcome back. I am back at the temple and I'm an adult. I remember this temple more than I thought I did. And then you get the mirror shield. I like this temple. Oh. I had mentioned before that I had a note about just like how I don't like talking about, I don't know, I don't like doing this. I'm terrible. Just the thing is that I started doing this, and for a long time it was just myself, and even now, I mean, there's not that many people, but people do watch once in a while. I can see the watch time thing. I get about an hour every day, which is nothing, but it's not nothing. And then the vlog videos always get a little bit more. Oop, boop, 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 boop. And I'm just coming. I don't know. It's a what is it? What? Maybe that. It's a good thing that to just be thinking about what you're saying a little bit more carefully. And I guess when I started doing this, I just blurted out whatever came to my head. And it was nice to not have to worry about other people seeing it. When I 100% knew no one was watching, I didn't mind just saying whatever. I guess it's good that I'm thinking about what I say more now, but I feel like I just have nothing interesting to say. I never thought I did, but now I feel embarrassed people watch. That's the note. Yeah, just being interesting or entertaining was never something I thought about before. But now I'm thinking about it more when I watch it back and edit the video. Am I supposed to sync in here? Or will that kill me? Oh, we'll find out. Oh. I don't know. I have truth? Did I get a key? No, I just got a compass. Well, must be nothing. It's never nothing. Oh, this is something. I guess that's it. It's a good thing when I don't just read the note, because then I just told you everything. That's the whole note. And then when I try to ramble through, I waste time, and so it takes longer, and that's good. How do I get that one? I'm gonna maybe talk a little bit about. I got an HBO subscription. I do that once in a while. That's fun. The last time I did it was when Game of Thrones was the final season. I just got it for 2 months or whatever. And now I had finished watching The Last Kingdom, and I was looking for something else to watch, and I thought, I really want to watch the Watchmen show that was on HBO. Because I like Damon Lindelof a lot, and I know I'm going to like this. And I had watched the first episode. I pirated it. Oop. You're not supposed to say that, but now I'm paying for it, so. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know. I guess I just didn't want to pirate the rest of them. And Nope. Ah. What? There's a thing there? Okay. Do it. Right A down. Right. No. Right A down. Right A down. Ah, too much pressure. Okay. Oh, that puts it underneath, and then you can probably jump on it, right? Ah! So, what did I want to say about the Watchmen? I don't know if I ever mentioned before, but I liked Lost a lot, the TV show. I remember my brother started watching it, and he was like obsessed with it, so he told me about it. Right A down, right A down. And so I started watching it, I think around the 3rd or 4th season. It started airing in like 2005. I was pretty young, so I couldn't really watch the beginning of it, but... Oh no, wait a minute. I don't know how to get this thing. Oh, I know what to do. You hover boots. Now you're thinking with hover boots. I got a lot of money. What do I do with all that money? But I think that this show is a nice mix of... His other show is called The Leftovers, Damon Lindelof. He did for HBO, and I really like that show too. This show is kind of like a mix of those two things. I don't know. Yeah, it's a similar style, but I was just thinking this show is a little bit more similar to Lost than The Leftovers. It's hard to say, I guess. Wait, what did I just get? I always forget. I always forget what I get. I think I just went the wrong way. Oh! I was thinking, is this a mimic? But no, it's just a like. Don't get me, don't get me. Are there mimics in Zelda? I think there are. Once in a while you get a little mimic treasure chest. So where are my Watchmen notes? I thought it was really cool how... I mean, the show was made like 6 months ago, but it's very prescient. It's about police stuff. They don't get into... Well, it has a lot to do with white supremacy and stuff, and I haven't gotten to... I think I'm on the second to last episode. I'm gonna watch the last one maybe tonight. I'm looking forward to that. That's nice. It's really interesting. I like it a lot. I don't know. There was one episode that I didn't like, which was, if you've seen the show, it's the Looking Glass episode. I don't know why, I really didn't like that. And then I looked on the AV Club and they gave it an A+ or whatever. And I was thinking, I didn't like this one. I thought the other... Usually when I don't like something, because I'll like whatever, but usually when I don't like something, and then I go on the AV Club, they'll be... It's like F-. And then when I do like something, it's like, no, D-. But the stuff that I have liked, it's interesting. He's trying to mix this. Damon Lindelof is a... I keep throw bubbles, sorry. Obviously, he's a big mythology guy. He likes creating mythology for his shows and exploring those mythologies and revealing them and keeping them hidden. Is there like a sandworm or something? Oh, he's invisible. Yeah. And so I was kind of excited when they, even though I didn't really know anything about Watchmen. I knew it was kind of like a grittier, superhero comic. That was like kind of out there and different in a good way. So I thought, yeah, Damon Lindelof will do a good job with this. These guys are always annoying. Come on. Shoot arrows at him. Come at me. He's learning. Okay. I hate you guys. Stop it. There we go. But there's not much really mythologizing going on in the first couple episodes, in a good way, because they're building the characters, and that's another thing he does, which is building characters. I guess this is as someone who doesn't know anything about TV and storytelling, that's my understanding of what he likes to do. Is, if you think about Lost, obviously every episode was focused on a character, and they would have a flashback. Oh, this is a Locke episode. This is a Kate episode, where you learn more about the character. Oh, there's a mimic type chest. So that's what I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts about this, and I'm out of time. Yeah, man, I ramble way too much, and I don't get to the point. It's nothing. Okay, just push it and go. Push it and go. Push it and go. Push it and go. Okay, I should try to get one coherent point out before I end this episode about the Watchmen. Okay, so we made enough progress in the game. Now let's make progress with our thoughts. I don't know if I fully understand what they're trying to say with the police analogies or metaphors or whatever they're trying to say. But it seems pretty pointed about... It's so... I'll talk maybe 5 minutes about this. It's so cool. The first episode, they do this really big set piece in Tulsa in 1921 about the Tulsa riots, which I actually had never heard of before. Apparently, from what I understand, it's kind of like maybe an Emmett Till situation where a black kid gets arrested for doing something to a white person, and at the trial, maybe he gets acquitted or whatever, and a bunch of white people show up and they're angry, and a bunch of black people show up and they're angry, and then there's just this riot, and a bunch of people die. And so they show that in this really cool set piece. And so that's how they start the first episode. So obviously that's very important to what the theme of the show is and what they're trying to say. Race is very important to our story. And then they flash forward, and two of our main characters are police. One of them is a vigilante, so I guess in this alternate universe there are vigilante detectives, kind of like Batman. But they work with the police, and they wear masks, and they have nicknames. And I don't think they have superpowers, but they kind of do. I don't know. So, our main character is a vigilante detective who used to be a cop, and the other main character is the police chief. So we're getting in with the police now. Then, spoilers. They introduce the police chief in a cool way where the main character is black, she's black, and she's friends with this white police chief. And spoilers, the police chief dies at the end of the first episode, and he's killed by what seems like white supremacists. They introduce this cavalry antagonists who are like an extension of the KKK, and so our main character thinks, oh no, the cavalry got him. But then I don't want to really give away the synopsis, but I just wanted to kind of explain why it's cool and prescient. And then maybe tomorrow I can talk about the mythology stuff, which is also cool. About like the actual superhero stuff, which we never really get to until a little bit later. Like there are superheroes in the story, even though it's set up as like this metaphor for race in America and everything. And the thing that was very pointed about it, that you could say, oh, this is very obviously what they're trying to say. The police chief, spoilers, the police chief does have a connection to the KKK and the cavalry and this Cyclops group, which is like kind of an antagonist supervillain, white supremacist supervillain, which is a cool idea. And it is kind of fun that the police chief is set up as this Commissioner Gordon kind of character, but then he turns out to be there's more to him than we know, and he has a Klan robe in his closet. And it's written well, so it's not just obvious, oh, it's a Klan robe in his closet, so he's a bad guy. Our main character likes this person and is thinking, well, this is something else or whatever. But we have a conversation with the police chief in maybe the 4th or 5th episode. I'm talking about this way too much. Where the police chief is talking to the guy who kills him, which is like this 100-year-old black guy. And the black guy says something like, you have Klan robes in your house. And the police chief says, it's my legacy. Don't remember exactly what he says. It's my legacy. Can I have a legacy, and can I be proud of or whatever of where it's my grandfather's and it's my legacy or something like that. That seemed very obviously pointed at the current police situation, which is just the current police has a legacy with the past of systemic racism. I thought that was interesting. I think, and I think it's pretty obvious that that's what they were trying to say. And it's cool that they said that, I don't know, in a way that I could understand it. And just like in an obvious way, which is racism isn't as obvious as it used to be. It's systemic and it's and it's built into the culture, but people aren't just like yelling at black people. Like, white people are friends with black people. This police chief was friends with a black person, but he was still part of a racist system. But he wasn't. Look, I've got a black friend, so I'm not racist. But he technically he might not have been racist, but he was part of a racist system, and I think that's what they're trying to say. Because racism isn't as obvious as it used to be. Everybody knows. You could poll 99% of Americans and they would say, yeah, black people are equal to white people. We shouldn't treat them differently. Everybody knows that. But there's still racism, and it's a little bit different than just white people saying black people are bad and maybe they should be slaves. Nobody really says that anymore. But it's different. Racism is different. It just takes a different form, and the easiest thing to say is just that it's just baked into certain systems, just left over from the good old days when black people weren't equal. Jim Crow, slavery. Okay. Yikes. Going way too long today. I've only done 5 episodes. Okay. Nobody wants to watch you ramble about the Watchmen for 20 minutes. Okay. See you tomorrow.